Assalamu alaikum. Dear students of Standard 6, I am Tasmina Yasmin welcoming you to the class of Islam and Moral Education. Today we are going to learn lesson 4 from chapter 2. By seeing this photo, I hope you have already understood what is our topic today. Yes, you are right. Our topic's name is ablution or Oju. You are very familiar with this term and you know the rules and regulation of ablution. So, I have arranged today's class in such a way that you can answer the creative questions of this subject. That means we will read the topic today as question answer. You know that a creative set question carries 10 marks and four types of questions are set there. First one, A number. It is a knowledge based question. It carries 1 mark. Number B, it's a comprehension based question. It carries 2 marks. Number C, it is application based question. It carries 3 marks. And number D, it is higher ability based question. It carries 4 marks. So total 10 marks here in a set of question. Of course, a stem will be given and on the basis of that stem, 4 questions are set here. So, at first we will see what is knowledge based question. Actually, knowledge based question here, the question setters ask you the information that you learned from your textbook. The exact answer, exact point from your textbook you have to write here. The question may be like this: what is the meaning of the word Oju? It's a direct question, knowledge based question. Here, what have you learned from the book? You will directly write here. Here, there is no scope to show creativity. So, in our book, it is written that Oju means clean and transparent. To wash four particular organs with water is called Oju. If you write this answer, you will get full 1 mark. And of course, you will be careful about the spelling of different words. If we see another question, that is, what is meant by ablution? It is also a knowledge based question. The answer will be: in the Islamic terminology, cleaning specific parts of the body with the help of pure water to attain holiness in accordance with the rules Sharia is ablution. So, here word meaning, definition, this type of questions may come in number A. Next comes comprehension based question. Here you have to describe the knowledge or information that you have learned from your textbook. Sometimes you may have to make list or differentiate something, or you may have to write summary of something, and this question carries 2 marks. The question may be like this: what are the fards of ablution? The answer will be: the fards of ablution are 4 in number. They are washing the face once, washing the hands up to the elbow once, combing 1/4 of the head with the fingers, masse, washing both the feet up to the malwali once. That means up to the ankle, or in Bengali we call পায়ের গিরা পর্যন্ত ধোয়া. So these 4 points are written in your book. You must memorize it to write down the answer of question number B. Next comes C number, application based question. It carries 3 marks. Here you have to show knowledge, comprehension and application skill. You have to find out similarities or dissimilarities between the chapter and the stem, and sometimes you have to solve problem applying your own knowledge, technique and skill. Look at this question. Suppose you are going to perform salat, how will you make yourself clean and pure? Or the question may be like this: what are the rules will you follow to perform ablution? All of you know how to perform ablution, isn't it? And in your book it is written, so that rules you will write here. So let's see what are the rules. We know that before starting any work we have to say Bismillah. Here it is also we have to say before starting Oju we have to say Bismillah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Or there is Dua of Oju, that is the long one. You can also say this, that is Bismillahil Aliil Azimi Walhamdulillahi ala dinil Islami al Islamu hakkun wal kufru batilun wan Islamu nurun wal kufru julmat. Or in short, you can say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. There are 8 steps of doing ablution. First one is of course niyat, that is you have to say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim or the dua I have just said. Then the next steps comes, we have to wash both the hands up to wrist. Next comes number 3, the mouth is to be washed 3 times taking water with the right hand, and if it is not the fasting time we can do gargles. Then comes fourth point, that is the nostrils must be cleaned with water for 3 times. Fifth step is the whole face has to be washed in such a manner that not even the slightest part of it remains dry. Number 6, both the hands must be washed up to the elbows. If there is wristwatch or ring on the finger, so we have to make sure that water reaches at every point. Then comes Maseh. Maseh must be performed with wet hands. In your book, it is written in details how to do Maseh. Then last, the 2 feet up to Malali has to be washed properly so that not even the slightest part remains dry. Dear students, while writing the answer of this question, you must memorize the rules from your textbook that is written in the page number 26 and write it in a proper sequence. And after completing ablution, we have to say Ashhadu alla ilaha illallahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. The Prophet ﷺ said, whoever performs wuju well, then says the below dua, then 8 gates of paradise will be opened for him, and he may enter through whichever one he wishes. So you understand the importance of doing ablution properly. Next comes another question of C number, that is mention the reasons for discontinuance of wuju. It carries 3 marks. Suppose in the stem some points of discontinuance of wuju is given, then in the question it is written that mention some more reasons of discontinuance of wuju. So you will write it from your textbook. The points are given here. Look, reasons for discontinuance of wuju are: if anything is exuded through the pathway of urination or bowel excretion. Exuded means release. If anything comes out of and drips down from any part of the body other than the pathway of urination or excretion of bowel, for example, blood, pus, etc. Pus means puj Banglaয়. If anything like blood, pus, here will be one comma, pus, food, etc., other than spit or cough comes out from the mouth or mouthful or vomiting occurs. If much blood comes out with spit, if one falls asleep on the back, on the side, or leaning against something, if one becomes unconscious, if one becomes mad, if one becomes addicted, and last one, if one laughs during salat. So, while performing salat, we must consider these points. Otherwise, if anything happens like this, we have to perform ablution again. Next comes question type D, that is higher ability based question. It carries 4 marks. Here you have to analyze or explain something using your knowledge, comprehension and application skill. Look, the question is describe the importance of ablution, or prayers are not complete if the ablution is not properly performed. This sentence indicating the importance of ablution. So, while writing this type of question answer, at first you have to write what is ablution, that we have learned before. Then you have to write down the importance of performing ablution. It is written in your book, that is describing the importance and necessity of ablution. The Holy Quran says, those who have accepted the faith should remember that before you stand for prayers, you must wash your faces, your hands up to the elbow, comb your hair with your wet fingers, and wash your feet up to the ankles. That means 4 verses are written here. Performing ablution properly keeps the mind and limbs of the body fresh. Concentration in worship also increases. In this connection, the great Prophet ﷺ says, I shall be able to recognize my followers on the day of judgment. One of companions of the Prophet ﷺ said, how will you recognize us in the midst of crores of people? The merciful Prophet ﷺ replied, their faces, hands, and feet will glitter on that day due to ablution. So, you understand how important it is. Thus, I will be able to recognize my followers. So, in order to get the rewards and dignity out of ablution, we must perform the act properly. If ablution is performed correctly, the prayers of both the Imam and Muqtadis become absolutely correct. On the contrary, prayers are not complete if the ablution is not properly performed. So this is the importance of ablution. All these things are written in your book. You just memorize to write down the answer properly. I hope in the next city you will be able to answer creative questions from this subject. We'll meet soon with a new topic. Till then, goodbye.